Hello again.
Hey guys, remember, dark dance on Thursday, which means no class on Friday. This is terrible. Come on, it's a day off. Think of all the fun we can have. Not that, the dance. Even if I can convince someone to go with me, I'm probably going to step on their toes. It's not really a date dance, man. We're not there to be romantic. It's a ritual. So, I have to learn ritual steps? Not exactly. You just dance. You have to feel it. Get the rhythm and the beat, and then let the spirit move you.
He demonstrates with a little roll of the hips. Everyone's moving around at random in the dark.
I'm definitely going to bang into somebody.
Try this one. Sporty. Nice. Okay, I didn't remember that being there last time, so.
Hey, it could be fun. You could keep score for the night, see how long you can go without hitting anybody. Or just how many people you can tag.
Look, just stick with me and it'll be okay. I'm used to your elbows by now.
So, what should I do this week?
I don't remember if we get stress relief from the dance or not. Maybe I should sleep anyway. I'm not doing the best. I won't learn very much. We'll do black, blue, black. Otherwise. I'm just too stressed out to learn. I can't operate under these conditions.
I hear someone knock on a door down the hall and pop my head out to see if anything interesting is happening.
So nosy. Oh, okay, so we didn't help with the birthday this time.
So I wanted to wish you a happy 17th.
He hands over a package wrapped in glossy dark blue paper, more a falcon's color than a wolf's. The package is wide and flat. It could be a book or a shirt, perhaps. Donald takes the gift but doesn't unwrap it.
Thanks. Urchin's not with you? You know your sister. She's probably not out of bed yet. I'm sure you'll see her later today. She wouldn't forget your birthday. Yeah.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thanks. I've got to get on to class now. You kids have a good day. Hey, I'm older now. Right.
He leaves and Donald shakes his head.
Must be simpler being an only child.
He steps back into his room, gift in hand.
Okay, so I didn't get him a card this time, because I didn't know it was happening. Ah.
Professor Potsdam claps their hands together.
Magic does not move in only one way. It flows back and forth, shaped by the minds of those who wield it. If there is a spell for one need, then most likely, somewhere, someone has crafted a spell for the opposite. Now that you have learned the spell of opening, you might guess that there is also a spell for closing. Or perhaps something a little better. If you did not want someone to open a door, what might you do? The spell of sealing closes gaps and builds connections. The door will merge with its frame, becoming a single solid. I wonder if sealing would have helped me on the last exam. Possibly. Someone who did not know the open spell would then have to smash their way through. You might also seal a table to the floor, preventing it from shifting out of place. A sealing spell can undo damage to an object by closing up cracks, but it can't rebuild what's been smashed to pieces. Fixes objects in place or fuses them shut, repairs 2 to 6 damage. Okay, alright. Could be useful. Alright, I got success there. Does the horseshoe mean that I got, like, luck with black? I don't remember that being on the blue last time.
When the school year began, suppers were still lit by sunset, but the approaching winter crowds the light out of the day. I get my tray and look for a place to sit, eventually spotting an open stool near Virginia and Ellen.
You've got no reason to be so... Oh, hi, Franko.
Hi.
Don't you think Ellen should stop being so gloomy?
I'm not gloomy. I've just got things on my mind.
Well, get them off your mind. You'll feel better when you get moving. I always do. Just let yourself go and get into the music.
Sure. I'm fine. She stands up. I'm not very hungry. I'm going to go freshen up. She drops her brownie onto Virginia's plate as she leaves.
Yeah. I'm worried about her. She always says she's fine. I can't figure her out.
Maybe she really is fine.
You can't be that bad at girls. Her mouth says she's fine. Her eyes and everything else?
Being worried apparently doesn't stop her from eating her roommate's brownie.
Catch you later. Enjoy the dance!
She leaves me to finish my food.
Man, I didn't even get to eat with them. They'd left. Okay. So, is Ellen still gonna go to the dance with Damien despite us ruining his pie? His pie gift. Let's see what happens.
Late in the evening, hours after dinner, the students are summoned to the dark dance. Now even the lights in the halls have been turned off, leaving only moonlight and the faint blue glow of magic to navigate by. I can hear the drums in the distance, feel them more than hear them, a rhythm that shivers through the walls and floors. Groups of students pass by in little clusters, murmuring to each other. There's no rule against speaking loudly, as far as I know, but the atmosphere promotes a spirit of mystery. In the dark, it's hard to tell who is who, and even harder to tell what they are talking about. At least until I hear a familiar voice. Then why did you say it?
I didn't know what else to do. I was trying to push you away.
Is that Ellen and Damien? I peek down a side corridor into the gloom. You certainly did that.
I'm sure you've heard the stories by now. William will have made sure of that. About me and how I hurt people that get close to me. And it's true. Every bit of it's true. Everything I touch goes wrong. I didn't want that for you.
It sounds like William was right. He's trying to twist things around to make her feel bad for what he did. So you insulted me, you hurt me, to protect me? That's stupid.
I know. I'm an idiot. I always have been. You're the clever one, Ellen. You're not like other girls. You're special. You're a wild seed, but you outshine every born witch. You see things in an instant. You're not afraid. You charge forward like a hero. You deserved better than to get mixed up with a villain like me.
I can choose that for myself.
You see? You're not afraid of anything, even when you should be. I lied to you, and then I tried to stay away, but I missed you. It hurt not talking to you, knowing that you thought I hated you. Knowing that even when I sent you presents, you'd never imagine they were from me.
Presents? What presents? Oh...
The pie. From the Apple Festival.
Uh-oh. Oh no. He's gonna come for me now. Oh no. Abort. Oh no.
You didn't give me a pie. Franko gave me a pie.
What?
How did you find out about that anyway? Were you stalking me? You manipulate everything, don't you? You're just trying to steal the credit.
That's a lie.
Leave me alone, Damien.
Don't walk away from me.
He reaches out and grabs her arm.
Oh dang. Oh no. We ruined
His pie plan. Oh yeah, go get him, Franko. Stand up for your girl. Even though I'll be running away over here. Oh no.
Hey! I spoke without thinking, and now they're both staring at me. Maybe this was foolish, but I can't stand by and let that devil hurt a girl. Take your hands off her.
William put you up to this, didn't he? He's trying to make me look...
Stop it!
She shakes him off.
I told you I could choose for myself, and I am. I don't want to be your special girl, Damien. I don't want to be your anything, and I don't want you to talk to me again.
Oh! Dang, go Ellen!
To my surprise, she attaches herself to my arm and starts pulling us down the hallway towards the gym.
Dang! Looks like I got a new girlfriend.
Damien can only stand there, his mouth agape.
This is not gonna end well later. I won for right now, but later, this guy's gonna get me. I'll take the victory for right now, though.
The darkness tightens in around us as we step into the gym. My eyes struggle to gain awareness of the space around us. There are only shadows, shifting in the endless rustle of unseen branches. Dead leaves crunch beneath our feet, and the scent of pine hangs in the air.
Excuse me, I'm suddenly full of air. I was laughing too much, I guess. Go away, burps.
The drums beat, though I cannot see the drummers, and now their pulse is joined by music. I know that I am surrounded by an indistinct crowd, all murmuring and laughing to each other, but the only person I am clearly aware of is the girl who clings, almost unseen, to my arm. She's trembling. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, this is the whole I'm fine. So, we don't take her at her word. Don't say you're fine when you're not fine. It's okay to be not fine.
You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say you're fine if you don't mean it. How is anyone supposed to know what you really need?
No one really wants to hear how I feel.
Hey, I asked.
I knew he couldn't really like me. Someone like him, someone like me. I know how boys see me. I'm just a rock with hair. A useless fuzzy lump. So why would someone like him be nice to me except as a way to make fun of me?
She lets go of my arm.
Sorry for using you. I thought he wouldn't follow me if I were with someone else. Sorry.
She disappears into the gloom. If I hadn't interfered when William asked me to, would she have been happy tonight? Did I do the right thing?
You did. You did the right thing. She needs some time. I still think it was good to have her open up to us about that. I remember her saying that in the first game, actually, the whole, I'm just a fuzzy lump.
The music loops around itself in a spiral pattern, tracing the passage to the other world without ever quite opening the gate. It does not stop, it does not start. There are dancers around me, aren't there? Only silhouettes and suggestions, maybe there, maybe not. A chill autumn breeze caresses my cheek, carrying with it a warm curl of smoke. I sway carefully, try not to impact the people around me, and the need for constant shifting moves me along the floor like a twig caught in a slow current. The night goes on, playing tricks with my sense of time. How long have I been here? I'm thirsty, but I'm not sure which way the nearest water would be. I turn towards the edges of the room, trying to reorient myself. A table set up by one of the walls contains a large rock bowl filled with water that ripples and burbles continuously, an enchantment keeping it flowing and fresh. There are no cups, so I have to dip my hands into the water and scoop out a mouthful, then shake my fingers dry. Thirst sated, I return to the dance, and the night stretches on. A girl suddenly cries out, followed by a loud thud. There must have been a collision. People are pausing in confusion. I hear a male voice raised.
Go about your business.
The door to the gym opens and closes. Having been chastised, the students begin dancing again. No one wishes to risk the wrath of Grabiner. But I have to know, at least a little bit. I struggle against the flow and make my way to the door so that I can peek outside.
Is this about Barbara?
Both Grabiner and Potsdam are out there, and they appear to be arguing about something. Stretched out on the floor in front of them is a girl in Snake Hall robes with black and red hair. Barbara? She looks like she's asleep or unconscious. I don't know what happened, but this is probably not a good time to ask them. Well, back to the dance. Surrounded by friends and mysteries, I dance the night away.
Okay, well, at least Damien didn't get his revenge then. Okay.
Classes are cancelled on Friday, so we have a chance to sleep in and relax. I don't like staying in bed too long, though. The best way to get over being tired is to get up and get moving. So, lunch. I pop into the cafeteria and grab a tray of food. It's pretty empty in here. The lack of scheduling for the day means that no one's in a rush to get onto other activities, so they can eat whenever they like. It also means that I have no idea what anyone else is doing for the day. Or what I want to do. I could try to talk to Ellen about last night. I still don't know what happened to Barbara at the dark dance. I could just hang out with Donald and Luke. I'm sure they'll be doing something fun. First, I need to finish my meal, but then I think
Yeah, I'll definitely look for Ellen.
I peer around the cafeteria, but I don't see any sign of Ellen. I do see her roommate at a table, but Virginia isn't the one I need to talk to. I'll have to look around the campus. After some fruitless wandering, I finally track Ellen down in the school library. As before, she's got a stack of books piled up in front of her. There aren't a lot of people in the library right now, so I'm not too worried about distracting people. I sit across from her and try to look friendly. Hi.
Hi?
What are you researching?
Demons.
Inner or outer?
My stomach twists. It sounds like she's still got Damien on her mind.
He must be only a half demon if he's attending school here, right? Like Pastel. Her mother's a human witch.
You mean Damien, right? Is demon the right label? There are many humanoid stocks.
It's what Virginia called him. She always knew. And she said that no one knows who his family is. Nobody. Which would make sense if he were wild seed like me, or from another country like you, but he's not. So it's weird, isn't it?
A bit. I really can't say. I don't know enough about the spirits native to this part of the world. There are otherworld creatures who don't have parents in the way wizards do. They're just called into being one day. But from what Grabiner told me, the Dansons should know all the local bloodlines. If they think he's unusual, he probably is.
I think one of his parents was a witch or wizard who was lured to the other world by a demon, and then murdered. There's a story like that in this book about portals and fairy rings. If the spiral gate is open from the other world side and a witch passes through, she can be trapped. Maybe he had something like that in mind for me. He joked about it the first time we met. He said I could lose my mind here, or worse. He even said not everyone is what they seem to be.
She's thoroughly dedicating herself to the idea that Damien is not just troublesome, but outright evil. Maybe that's a natural development from her feelings last night, but I'm not sure it's correct or a wise idea to pursue. If she tries to figure out every possible way things could go wrong, she really will lose her mind. How long has she been in here researching this? Has she eaten? Has she slept? And what would she think if she knew that it was me, not Damien, who tricked her?
Oh. Here's the thing. Here's a funny thing about this. Ellen is no dummy. Damien is also no dummy. He will be able to prove pretty easily that he brought us a pie and that we lied to her. And if she learns the truth from him, that's end game for us. There's no... That is not going to end well. So I think we should probably confess. She's going to be upset at us. But it would be better for her to find out from us than from Damien later. So I'm going to confess. And hope this doesn't bite me in the butt later.
She's already angry, and this isn't going to make her any less angry, but it's the honorable thing to do. Look, Ellen. There's some things you should know.
Like what?
Well, you know Virginia's brother William was my senior, right?
What about him?
He and Damien have a bad history. Well, not just them. Damien's got a reputation for playing with people's hearts.
I know. Virginia told me. Every time she saw me talking to him, she told me.
Right. Well, William was worried about Damien leading you astray or something, but he didn't think lecturing you would help.
Because I'm too pig-headed.
Because Damien's really good at mind games. Or that's what William thought anyway. And that's why he asked me to interfere.
Huh?
I didn't do much, I promise. It's just that Damien really did try to leave you a gift after the Apple Festival. And I stole it.
What?
So if the only reason you're so angry at Damien is that he lied about that, then...
I can't believe you! You're worse than Damien! You made me think you were nice!
It was wrong. I'm sorry.
And you think I'm going to forgive you just like that?
No. But I needed to say it, what I did. The truth. You deserved it.
You'd better not expect me to thank you.
I shrug. I don't expect anything.
You're not just saying that to make me feel sorry for you.
Her suspicious glower almost makes me laugh, but I managed to hold it in. She'd really hate me if she thought I was making fun of her now. What you do is up to you. She'll probably be mad for a while, then get over it when she realizes I didn't do her any harm. After all, even if he's not a total monster, Damien was clearly no good for her. For now, I'll leave her to her books.
Yeah, I mean, she can be rightfully angry that we lied about that. But I think she will realize it wasn't done to manipulate her and we told the truth. So hopefully that works out in my favor. Well, I guess we're studying. Help me, Minnie. Red. Oh. Hello.
I notice Raven in the library, but she doesn't appear to be studying. She walks along the shelves, her head twitching back and forth as she scans the titles of books and looks increasingly disappointed. Well, whatever she's doing, it's nothing to do with me. I go back to my notes. The next time I look up, she's gone.
Alright, random Raven sighting. I'll take it, I guess.
The cafeteria's dessert today is a dark brown spice bread. The taste reminds me a bit of Medenka, but more moist and without the chocolate. I think they call it gingerbread. As I eat my meal, I hear Ray's voices near me. Well, only one voice is Ray's, the other remains silent.
Okay, we'll skip through this because we've watched that before. Alright. Did I? Yes, okay. Donald's birthday. Did that. The Dark Dance.
I ran into Ellen and Damien before the dance. He tried to apologize to her for his behavior, but since I'd prevented the gift he tried to give her, Ellen thought he was lying and got upset. Something happened to Barbara during the dance, but I'm not sure what. Professor Potsdam and Professor Grabner took her outside and were arguing about it.
Angry Ellen.
Ellen was really upset about her fight with Damien and had started to imagine that he was plotting even worse things against her. I decided to confess how I'd misled her earlier so she wouldn't blame Damien for things he hadn't done. She's not happy with me, but I think this is best in the long run.
Raven in the library. Awesome.
I saw Raven in the library during study time, but she wasn't studying. She seemed to be looking for something.
And cutting remarks. Alright. Let me just... Where is the seal? That seems useful. Sure. Done. Moving on. Whatever this week is. Okay. Stress is low, so we'll continue this. Hopefully I get that teleport soon. I need it before the exam this month. Oh. Oh, little bowerbirds, isn't it a lovely feeling to be creative? To shape beauty out of raw materials? With black magic, you can alter objects from one shape to another to suit your needs and wishes. There is no need to put up with clothes that are too long or tables that are too low. You can alter to fit. Today, we will practice reshaping stone. Not because stone is the easiest substance to reshape, but because it is the one of the most practical use to you.
I assume she means in the dungeons. There's a lot of stone down there.
Now, you can't expect to be great artists right away. You can only create what you can visualize completely. So, it is best to start with a very simple shape. There will be plenty of time to add spikes and hanging rings later.
She walks around the room giving each student a small handful of pebbles, and then has us practice molding them together into a perfect sphere.
Now, think about what simple shapes might be useful to aid you in your adventures. What if you use stone to create a new wall, or remove an old one? Rearrange a small amount of stone into a new configuration. Okay, there's a lot of loose piles of stone, so we can experiment with that. Darkness. Not what I needed. Where's my teleport at? Gosh dang it, I'm gonna have to, like, focus on blue at this rate. Oh, my goodness, the spells. Do we all have our notebooks out? I'd like you to look back to earlier in the year. If you recall, when we studied the spell of triggering, I warned you of a possible risk. Do you remember? Pastel? Ah, if there's a trap, then triggering it could be dangerous. I'm glad you were paying attention. The trigger spell only sets off charms that are very close to the caster. If you are close enough to trigger a fire trap, you will most likely singe your eyebrows. Now, if you have been studying your blue magic, you should be familiar with magic that alters location. When we combine this blue magic aspect with the trigger spell, we have evocation at a distance. The televoke spell will trigger charms in a chosen known location, while you stand at a safe distance. Of course, if you are far enough away to avoid negative effects, you may also miss out on positive ones. Still, better to test safely first. I learned televoke before teleport. Of course I did. Of course I did. Oh well, I'll take it.
At the chorale meeting, Blaze distributes music for the proposed holiday concert songs and we give them a read-through, using the piano to help tune up unfamiliar melodies. The song Ellen suggested, however, proves just as problematic as she'd warned. The primary melody isn't too complicated, except for a strange interval leap. The fast tempo and unusual rhythm make it slightly tricky to keep in time with the accompaniment. The hardest part, though, is the tight fugue that begins in the later verses, where each section of the chorale is intended to start singing at staggered times, and the words all crash over each other. Singers keep losing their places and then picking up again with the wrong group.
I'm not sure this is going to work.
It's alright. I knew it might be too hard. We did it at my school, but it took a lot of practice.
If an ordinary school can do it, surely witches and wizards can do it better.
Try harder.
Your school wasn't a special school for music, was it?
No?
Then if they can sing it, surely we can sing it. We're not going to back down from a challenge, are we?
We don't even know what it's supposed to sound like. The accompaniment doesn't demonstrate the parts.
If I could bring in a CD.
You know that's not allowed. We do things the traditional way here. No technology.
Ellen scowls. I suppose there's nothing to be done.
Then we'll do things the magical way.
Which is...
I know what it's supposed to sound like. If I use a communication spell, then I can tell you.
Interesting idea. Though I don't think you can cast that spell enough to cover the whole chorale, freshman. No, it's worth trying. You'll just need a little help. If you stay late tonight, we can work on it.
Okay.
For now, let's move on to the next song.
It's not until the rehearsal is almost over that I realized Donald didn't show up tonight. Probably off getting himself in trouble, as always.
Oh, that scamp. Donald, you little scamp. Hi. Oh, money. Okay. Luke's broke, as always. Alright, got my money.
Stepping outside, I see Virginia talking to her brother.
I know I have to ask them, but I wanted to be sure it was okay with you first. I don't see any problem with it, but she's not my classmate. Have you talked to Donald? Do I have to? It's his house too, V. Fine.
She bangs on Donald and Luke's door.
Hey, nerd breath, get out here! What do you want, urchin? I've got to get ready to go to... Is it okay with you if Ellen spends Thanksgiving break at our house? Your roommate? Why? Because her stupid parents just sent her a letter saying they're not going to bother picking her up, so she's stuck here. Oh.
Do most students go home for Thanksgiving, then?
Well, yeah. It's a big family holiday. That's when everyone sees their cousins and eats macaroni until they burst. You tell him, I've got detention. There's not much to tell. It's not like it's a big mystery. Turkey, pie, relatives, tradition. People go home from all over the country, which means major traffic jams for the normals. Ellen says her mom says it's too much trouble to travel all that way and back for less than a week's break. But I say that's BS because it's not like Thanksgiving is a surprise, you know?
Well, it is to me.
Oh.
No one told me I had to go home before the semester break. Do I need to write my parents?
Nah, there's always a few people who stay over. Mostly wild seeds who don't want to go back to being non-magical. I just don't want my roomie to feel like nobody wants her, you know?
I assume she'll leave it at that, but then...
If you need somewhere to go, we have a big house. I can ask my folks about you, too.
No, I'll be fine, but thank you. I can't risk her parents recognizing me, but it was kind of her to offer, especially since we're not really friends.
I got a motor. I promised Ellen we'd hang out. See ya!
Alright. Thanks, Virginia. Well, study, I guess. Study? Alright. Whoops. I will take that.
By today's sports club meeting, everyone's grown a bit tired of football. So we're standing around and discussing what game we might like to play instead when an unexpected visitor arrives.
Oh, hello.
Hey, V. How's the meeting going?
William!
She bounces over to see him.
Wanna play?
That depends on the game.
We can play basketball.
She looks back at the rest of the club.
Right?
Since there was no consensus for any other game, we all agree to play. We start to form teams. Because of his height, I can guess right away that William's going to be playing center, and if Virginia picked this game for him, he's probably a good shot. I like basketball, but I was never that great at playing it. If I put myself forward and screw up, I'll look stupid. Basketball takes smaller teams than football. I could sit this one out, let someone else have a go. But is anyone else really up for the challenge?
Oh my goodness. I'm not very sporty. Well, I'm not very strong, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna save. I'm curious. B-ball. Get that B-ball. I think Ellen's competitive. Let's try playing aggressively.
I may not be the tallest, but I've got a lot of energy, and teamwork can be more important than a single star. I take a guard position and prepare to work the court. While William is great at blocking his basket from my team's pushes, his team is terrible at setting him up for a shot, so they can't score much either. We are at an even draw when Virginia calls time to let the players rotate. Not bad.
Nice. I will take that.
William leaves after the first match, but the rest of us enjoy ourselves for the afternoon.
Okay. That worked out. Let's read all about it. Counterpoint.
The song Ellen suggested was too difficult for the chorale to learn without assistance, so she and Blaze are devising a plan to teach everyone the song using magic.
Let's see. Okay, it's money, family Thanksgiving. Okay, we can read about this.
Apparently, most Iris Academy students visit their family over the Thanksgiving break later this month. However, Ellen's family unexpectedly told her that they would not be taking her home, so she would have to stay at school. Virginia stepped in to invite her to stay with the Dansons.
Basketball.
William dropped by a sports club meeting, so Virginia suggested we should all play basketball. It's obviously a sport he enjoys, though apparently not enough for him to be a regular in the gym.
Alright, and that was that, I guess.